It's just about that time of the week. Time for the Weekly Weebs Podcast. Grab your friends, family, waifus, and husbandos, and join your favorite weebs for an exciting show of anime talk. Hosts Crimson, Frenchie, Wigwiki, and Zario Machini will review and suggest shows, talk about news from the industry, and tackle some of the biggest arguments in the world of anime. It's the Weekly Weebs Podcast, starting now.
What's up, beautiful people? Once again, you're listening to your favorite podcast that's on the entire internet. That is, of course, the Weekly Weebs. And it's time for our review, and we will be reviewing Suicide Squad Isekai. Crimson, you assigned it, right?
Yeah.
All right, kick us off.
So when it first came out, I was really excited for it because it looked cool as shit with the animation and the art style. And I thought it was really interesting to have, DC characters get isekai'd. Mm-hmm. I do love that Clayface was so on board for it. About
Yeah.
we're getting isekai, guys. It's all good.
He was the only one having a good time.
Yeah. But the story and the plot really made zero sense to me. It seemed like they kind of threw a bunch of things at the wall and just hoped something would stick. And for a show like this, that's like, they even set up for a second season, which...
That I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, I honestly was thinking this was going to be a one and done also. And then when I saw that they set up for season 2, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I know, again, animation is really fucking cool in this show. I love the art style with each of the characters.
I have a big disagreement with you on that animation.
All of it or some of it?
Most of it. Literally the first scene of this show when it's Joker and Harley torturing that guy, and they pull down his mask and he starts moving his mouth to talk. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, ew, this is going to be a bad time. And it was.
I'll rephrase. The art style.
Was great.
Awesome.
Art style was great. I gave that was literally my highest score.
Yeah. The art style, I think, was the best part about this, which is sad because this had the potential to do so many cool things that they just didn't do.
Why did the princess and Harley have to look the exact same and no plot point for that at all?
I don't understand why the princess was so obsessed with Harley.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. I knew as soon as she was on screen that she would do something to make herself look like Harley.
Oh yeah, that they would do a swap.
Yeah.
Pull a Freaky Friday or a Parent Trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it took a long time, and it was there for 2 seconds, but as soon as it happened, I was like, I knew it.
I think my biggest thing is that this season really felt like all it was doing was just setting up for something different.
What the fuck was the war for?
Exactly.
It's just the kingdom and the empire. That's why did Katana and this group randomly join the empire, and then Katana's in good graces with Amanda Waller at the end?
We don't even.
Well,
there's two katanas, so that's part. The one that we see in the Isekai world is not the same katana. That was actually
true.
It was revealed to be the Joker the whole time.
Yeah.
But we don't know dick about the Empire. The Empire is just a force they've been fighting for 100 years. But I guess.
Yeah, that's why I was saying.
Yes, Joker runs it now, but we just don't know dick about it.
Yeah, that's why I was saying this season felt like all it was doing was just setting up for something that was supposed to be bigger in another season.
Yeah.
But they didn't give us any answers or really any setup for this season.
Yeah, the only thing that they end up explaining is why the queen kept the war going, which was just she was replaced by a demon.
Yeah. Which is also stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It couldn't have just been a corrupt queen. Why did it have to randomly be a demon lord?
Yeah, and I was getting real corrupt queen vibes from her since her intro.
Yeah, and I was hoping, I honestly would have preferred if they just kept it that way.
Or brainwashed by the Empire, but no, we got to randomly throw this third party in that has no staked interest built up at all in this season.
Yep.
Besides, death, I'm down. This show disappointed.
King Shark, Why? What was the fucking point of having him?
To get him out of areas.
So he could be bodied by Killer Croc twice.
But it's just to get him out of areas they're in, like all the jail cells.
Yeah. Yeah, he's their big, tanky, dumb guy. Every team needs one.
Yeah.
But that's Peacemaker.
Peacemaker's smart.
Yeah, but he's also dumb.
He was pretty much naked in the bar while he was trying to be like, I'm cool, calm, and collected.
His idea to fucking torture the elf, though, super smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%. I think, weirdly enough, I think my favorite character was Clayface.
Oh, mine too. I don't know why they gave him like such a heavy Michael Jackson vibe.
But
To the point where even during his Sailor Moon transformation, he went hee hee. Like,
I don't know why either, but I kind of liked it because I was like, you know what?
yeah.
Very unorthodox, very random.
I mean-
Sure,
I mean,
I'll
hey,
give it to you.
I mean, hey, Muzan is Michael Jackson too from
Yeah,
Demon Slayer, so fuck it,
yeah.
I guess.
It's just Demon Michael Jackson.
So I love the idea of the Clayface, the actor, because one of the first things that really dove into that was the Harley Quinn TV series.
Yep.
And I fucking love Clayface in that series.
Nice. I
And
never watched that show.
oh, it's so fucking good.
funny.
Like, if they had that Harley Quinn in this series, it'd be so much better. Like, I wanted to like Harley so much because Harley Quinn is one of my favorite DC characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think her character was bad, but between the Harley Quinn TV series and just Margot Robbie's portrayal as her and Tara Strong, and I cannot remember the voice actors that played like the original version of her in the Batman series.
That one I don't know. I thought you were going to say Kaylee Cuoco.
No, Kaylee Cuoco's in the Harley Quinn series, which I already mentioned.
Completely
Oh.
sidetracked. I just saw that they might be coming out with a Batman Beyond video game.
That'd be sick. I've been wanting a live action one of that series for a long time. But anyway, they've set such a high standard, especially Margot Robbie. Like, I have a lot of problems with the movie she was in. She was not the problem.
Arlene Sorkin is the original Harley Quinn.
Didn't she just pass away? I think within the last
did
2
she?
years.
I think it was earlier this year.
Yeah, August 24th, 2023.
Oh, last
So
year.
last year.
Yeah. But it's
Sad.
such a high standard that is such a hard role to play. Like,
Yep.
it's almost like trying to play Batman in an animated series and not being Kevin Conroy.
Yeah,
or
it's-
Joker and not being Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
kinda
kind
not
of get
fair.
disappointed with every voice portrayal of Joker ever since Mark Hamill took
Yeah,
over.
it's kind of not fair.
Kevin Michael Richardson was good. Troy Baker was good.
I like the one from WB's The Batman.
Yeah, that's Kevin Michael Richardson.
Yeah,
That
I
one
like
was
that
really
one.
solid.
Where he's got like the dreads and he's in the
Yeah.
I love that version. I
I
like the design
fucking
of him.
hated this Joker. I love his design, like the painted on
Smile.
mouth. Really liked that.
Yeah.
Hated his voice. Hated it so much.
The
Like,
voice,
You didn't
yeah.
like his sultry silk voice?
No.
No.
That's what I texted
Did-
you. I watched the first episode and I said, early thoughts. Art style, really fucking good. Hate the voice acting.
Did he
Yeah.
tell a single joke?
I don't think he
in this
even
show?
laughed maniacally at all.
You might be right.
Like, Jared Leto's voice was better for the Joker.
Yeah, see, my biggest problem with his Joker too is that he's not funny. He is a clown.
Yeah. I'm okay with a psycho idea Joker.
They're all psycho, but
Who-
they
Yeah.
have to.
Who
but
was Joker in
but
Harley
they
in the
have to
Harley
tell
Quinn
a joke.
series? Was that Alan Tudyk?
Tudyk? I think so.
I know
But
he
he's
plays-
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I know he's.
Where's my
Clayface.
goddamn car, Bruce?
I was saying, I know he's Clayface in that show, but I think he's also Joker, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll look it up.
Because like Prime, like Psycho Joker is Heath Ledger, and he tells jokes all the time.
They're
Look,
psychotic
it's
jokes,
gone.
but
Yeah, yeah, but
That's one of the
but
funniest
that's
fucking Joker jokes of all time, though.
fine.
by the way, the suit wasn't cheap. You want to know, you bought it.
You
Yeah,
know,
like I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Like, yeah,
I know what you were doing with the remote.
yeah,
you,
when
thank
he
you.
was in the nurse
The
outfit.
thing that was unscripted.
Yeah,
The thing that was completely unscripted because the bomb was actually supposed to blow up the first time and it didn't. So he turned around and was like all that was improv, because it was supposed to originally have been a big explosion.
Let her
Didn't
go.
work. So he
Ooh,
turned and was
poor
trying to
choice of
get it to
words.
go.
yeah.
And then it finally went, and then he was like, "Oh, well, time to continue scene."
One of my favorite things about that movie is
Where is she?
no, but the
Harvey Dent. Can we trust him?
let her go. Ooh, poor choice of words.
They're sleeping.
But Maggie Gyllenhaal had not seen
This is a good.
him dressed up as the Joker, so her like terror is like genuine.
Unlike this Joker from Suicide Squad Isekai, which was bad.
Yeah.
The Joker himself, not bad. Overall, his voices just sucked. It didn't have like any like terror to it. It didn't have any humor to it. It was just a dry delivery.
Really didn't have that much pleasure to it either.
He wasn't also a huge focus of the show.
Yeah.
But they're building up for him to be. It looks
But
like he's
right
going to
now,
be the
he's
main villain of
not.
season 2.
Right
Yeah.
now, he's not.
But he impacted it so negatively that's one of my biggest takeaways.
Listen, Frenchie, just let me.
There was more pleasure in that than in his entire performance.
For real. Yeah,
I just feel like this show was very underwhelming, and I feel like it was. I feel like this was WB's kind of like anime cash grab of the year.
maybe.
They had a cool dragon though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dragon was pretty
Like
cool.
we know, like WB every year has at least one cash grab that they try and get out of people. Occasionally two.
It is Alan Tudyk that plays.
This year it was Multiverses, which flopped really badly considering their newest season has been doing.
We thought it was going to
Dog
be so
shit.
good.
Yeah, their newest season has been dog shit. They've basically removed the ability to gain characters the normal way through like you could purchase them with actual money or fighter currency, which you get from just playing the game. And instead they made it like a map thing where it's like you have to play this many matches and then you get this character, and then you play more matches and you get this character. It's not you don't choose anymore.
That's more like Smash Bros.
Well, but you don't get to choose anymore, and it's like
You don't get to choose the characters you unlock in Smash Bros. It's challenger approaching. Beat them or you don't get them.
Yeah, but it's also like 150 matches before you unlock one character, which is stupid.
Yeah.
So then they had that fail, and then they had this.
You remember the WB Looney Tunes movie that they did a long time ago with fucking what's his name? We love him.
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, thank you.
I was waiting. I was like, come on, buddy. And Joan Cusack. No, yeah, Joan Cusack as the mom, I think, right?
I couldn't tell you. I just remember Brendan Fraser
From
was
Area
in it.
52.
Good movie.
Yeah, that movie was great. That movie I'll give them.
Is there a hole in my sock?
Yeah, there's a hole in your sock.
Fuck.
Just a little hole. He's just a little guy.
Shit.
Gee.
So, when I was talking about with King Shark, that he doesn't need to be stupid, that's one of the best parts about the Harley Quinn DV series, is King Shark is, actually a person, like, has a personality. He's also voiced by Ron Funches, and he's fucking amazing.
Wasn't he stupid in the live action movie?
Yes, and I kind of hated it. But also, it was only, like, occasionally stupid. That's his entire character in this show.
Occasionally stupid.
I think they saw all the fucking TikTok videos they did of King Shark when the movie came out, and they're like, oh, people like his stupidness, and they just went overboard.
Like, it was occasional, but he just eats everything. Like, he has no mind at all.
Yeah.
At least in the movie, like, he at least has some semblance of thought.
Yeah. And it isn't just literally there just to be a feeding machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like how this show kind of gave us a sense of time in the aspect of how they had to continuously go back and refresh their sensors every.
That
Every
was
3 days.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, I guess. Give it. I mean, when you do like a Suicide Squad thing, you kind of have to give it like a sense of urgency.
Also, with
Otherwise,
Suicide Squad, it's very hit or miss because they've done a lot of different. Like Suicide Squad has had a lot of different adaptations.
Okay,
They had.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When did it hit?
When did Suicide Squad hit?
Yeah, you said it's hit or miss. This is like the
The
third.
Suicide Squad. That one hit.
Did it, or was it just better than Suicide Squad?
I genuinely liked that movie.
I did too.
Thought it was okay.
I haven't seen the newest one.
I know there's also
The older one was just cool because of Harley Quinn.
Well, that's the only thing that's the same, so you'll probably like the second one then, I guess.
I would say, and then
It
there's
is
also
better than the original Suicide Squad, because the original Suicide Squad is a dumpster fire.
I was saying, then there's the animated movie. I think it's called Suicide Squad: Guns for Hire or something like that.
I don't know
Oh,
that
I
one.
thought you were gonna say Isekai.
No, but that Suicide Squad also, I think that
Was-
one also
was that one good?
has Killer Frost as one of the Suicide Squad members.
And was that a hit or a miss?
I haven't seen it. I've seen a
Okay.
lot of really good things about it though, and it was done by the animators who did like Justice League War and
I'll say pretty much every DC animated movie is a fucking bop.
yeah, like DC animated
Yeah.
movies, they
Yeah.
know how to hit.
That's true. That's true.
And yeah, like that, and that's where the hit or miss is. Like, I admittedly, the Suicide Squad game, not good. I've heard bad things about it.
I've never heard a single good thing about it.
I've heard really bad things about it.
I've never even heard about it.
The
Yeah, it's
Suicide
called
Squad
Kill the
bullshit
Justice League
looter,
game.
looter shooter.
Never played it. Never heard of it.
It looks
Basically,
bad.
the Justice League get possessed by Brainiac, and Amanda Waller hires the Suicide Squad to take them out. Yes.
Who's Brainiac?
Brainiac is one of Superman's villains who's an alien and is one of the smartest beings alive.
He's
One
a
of the
co-
greatest comic book villains
He-
ever.
Is that
he's
not
a
the guy in the
Kryptonian
chair?
computer. No, he's the dude with the 3 dots on his head.
The green guy with the purple
Oh,
color
was he
scheme.
the Injustice villain? Injustice 2 villain?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
For a
Basically,
second there, when you said
yeah.
Brainiac, I think I was thinking of the Marvel brain in the chair.
He's
Oh.
a Kryptonian computer.
yeah. Basically,
He was supposed to save the planet from blowing up, but he didn't.
Did a very good job there, didn't he?
No.
basically, the Suicide Squad game is all about Brainiac taking mind controlling the Justice League, and then the Suicide Squad now has to take out the Justice League.
Well, you know what
And
they
then
do? You know what they do?
And now they have to keep doing it because it's a live service game,
Yeah.
You know
and
what
you
they do?
and you kill them all in season 1.
Yeah.
You know what you do?
What do you do?
If you have to defeat the Justice League, just fucking do Batman's plan.
Yeah.
The best version of Brainiac.
Yeah, from the animated series.
What would you do if you turned evil, Batman? I would hope that you guys would stop me.
Yeah,
I'm just
except
a
not
dude.
because he has a plan to kill all of them.
Yeah.
That's only if they go rogue.
But Batman goes
but,
rogue.
But that was the point, though.
Oh
Wait,
yeah, so if he
was
goes
like,
rogue,
he was like, what about if you go rogue? What's the contingency for you? The Justice League. And it's like, that's supposed to sound like this big thing of trust, but if Batman went rogue, he will start with his kill all the Justice League
that's
plan.
fair.
Yeah.
That's
So-
very fair.
And he
They're-
knows exactly how to take out every single one of them.
so like, and they're not gonna see it coming because they didn't see it coming when Vandal Savage did it.
Yeah.
So no, the Justice League. That was stupid.
Who's attacking the Justice League? Me!
Yeah, that was so stupid.
I am the knight.
Oh man.
I am the Justice League.
Fishy.
No.
Honestly, the best part about this isekai was the end credits where you get to watch Amanda Waller dance.
I thought the end song so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
But-
I'll give it this. The music was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
The music was pretty solid.
yeah, the music was good.
I'll bump the soundtrack up a little bit.
I had no problems with the soundtrack.
No, I don't feel comfortable with it being that high. It was good. It wasn't that good.
But yeah,
I don't know. I wish that this was better. I don't
I
really.
do too.
I'm not really happy that we're getting a second season.
Maybe.
I hope we don't get a second season. I know they set up for it, but I really hope we don't.
Dude, if
get
they
it.
do it, you gonna sign it? But what if it's better, Crimson?
If they find a way to make season 2 better, I will consider signing it.
To a record label or
I meant assigning it,
okay?
but it's a big if. DC has not had the best of luck lately, and neither has Warner Brothers.
What were
Neither is Marvel.
Yeah.
what were some things you guys liked about the show?
I like the bar fight.
Bar fight was cool.
The bar fight was really funny. I thought that Clayface was fun regardless.
I thought that Bard was gonna be like an important character.
I also was thinking that was going to be the case.
And it was
just a bard.
And I wouldn't have thought that until he pulled out that loot, and it was like the craziest looking loot I've ever seen in my life. It was like a golden dragon and a dove spiraling around each other.
I thought he was going to be like the Pied Piper of the show or some shit.
Yeah, I was like, man, this guy's about to start playing some songs, and he's going to be magical as fuck. Nope. Just a bard.
Yep.
Fun fact: if you have subtitles on, if you watch it in English on Hulu, whenever you heard those ogres talk when they were talking in different languages or just anybody in the show before they understood them,
I had to turn the subtitles off because of those scenes.
the subtitles covered it, so you couldn't
and that
see
was
it.
why.
So I have no idea what they were talking about in the bar
I watched
scene.
it on Max and just changed the subtitles to like the Japanese version, so that way when they were speaking in a different language, like the English to like the Japanese to English subtitles would show what they were saying.
One thing I really liked, Rick Flag talking shit accidentally to Cecil.
That was fun.
Also, Rick Flag, terrible character in the show.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
100%.
he was awful.
You were literally just betrayed by a bunch of supervillains. Why do you randomly decide that, I'm going to trust this group?
Because
like,
these ones have
immediately.
fucking kill switches in their head for sure.
The other ones also had kill switches. These ones are just on a timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first group also had the bombs, but they got deactivated and they weren't put on a timer. And we don't even know how they were deactivated. I don't think, unless I missed it.
Nope, we don't.
Okay.
I also like the
Probably
dragon.
something
Also, why was their first thought to send in fucking Ratcatcher?
It's a great question.
I also
Yes.
really liked the idea where Clayface is like, you guys don't feel the power boost? Like, that's a really cool plot point.
Yeah.
And then it's not touched again for like 5 episodes.
Dude, you know what I thought was really funny? We're talking about Ratman, whatever the fuck, Rat Pack.
Him in prison.
With him in prison with fucking Deadshot and Deadshot's like, yeah, we're fucking buddies, dude.
And he's
And he-
just the worst fucking person, but he thinks he's helping him out.
He's just being a fucking dick.
He doesn't want to watch normal porn. He
This
wants
is
to
all
watch
Ratcatcher
rat
can get off
breeding.
to.
I will say, the humor in this show, they did nail it. There were some really good moments with the humor.
It had its moments.
Peacemaker, favorite character probably.
Yeah.
I did think he was funny when he didn't need to be. I'm going to dress up as an elf.
And he looked beautiful.
He was a gorgeous man.
Hey there, Fabio.
I also really liked the fight with the dragon. Like when they were fighting the big dragon. I thought that was really cool.
The Dragon Mom.
The Dragon Mom. I thought that was a cool fight.
Ooh, when the dragon was fighting Enchantress in the fucking... Yeah, it was when the dragon was fighting Enchantress at that time, right?
In the
Different
last
dragon
episode.
fight.
Yeah, but the dragon, one of
Yeah.
the dragon was fighting...
The
Yeah,
baby
baby
dragon
dragon.
that grew
I
up to be the
liked
big
Artie.
dragon.
I liked Artie a lot.
Yeah.
When he was so little and was trying to break them out of prison and couldn't do anything.
Yeah, his fire wasn't strong enough for the bars. What the fuck was up with Cecil's eyes?
What the fuck was up with Cecil's hair?
What the fuck was up with Cecil?
At least they bring up his terrible hairline. They no attention.
Where is Cecil?
Why is Cecil?
Where's the other Cecil going?
But it's like nobody mentions his weird hamster eyes.
Yeah, what the fuck? Everyone else looks normal.
Yeah, except for Cecil.
The Sailor Moon transformations were pretty fun.
I like how
Yeah.
they took all of his armor.
Yeah, and he just passed out. It took his legendary magical armor and broke it.
Into multiple pieces, and they would all have some.
Crazy how it still worked like that.
Yeah.
Magic.
Magic.
True.
Bad plot.
Bad plot. A magically bad
A
plot.
magically bad plot. That is accurate.
Plot so bad it's magic.
That could be the name of the episode.
Magically bad plot.
Yeah.
I will 100% do that. Yeah, I mean honestly, that kind of sums up the whole show. Just magically bad plot.
What was that, Frenchie?
The squad Isekai that made me want to commit suicide. No. This movie...
Speaking of, Nerd Vamp.
November's over, guys.
Yeah, this episode will come out after November, so
Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
yeah, Suicide Jokes will be back in by then.
It's this season's new hit.
They'll be trending again after that.
These jokes are killer.
That's why I tell them to myself.
My audience, the mirror.
Heads will be rolling.
Thanks,
mostly
folks. I
mine.
won't be here all week.
Heads will be rolling, just mine.
I'll be hanging around, guys. Take a shot for me. I'll take one for you too.
Damn it! You took my shot joke I was gonna make. Hey, speaking of shots, should we shoot into our reviews?
Yeah.
Why are these jokes not cutting it?
Yeah. Let's just kick the bucket and get it over with.
That joke was a wrist, and I took it.
I'm waiting for a toaster joke.
Sorry, it's in the bathtub.
That's my favorite bath bomb.
Oh, that joke was a wash.
I thought it was shocking.
All right,
Is there electricity here?
probably.
Electric.
Personal enjoyment, I gave a 6. There were some moments that were really good, but a lot of it was kind of bad. The moments that were good, but that was it. Everything else was bad. Animation, animation, I gave a 6. After I did have it a little higher, but after we talked about it, I'm like, there were some moments where the animation was all right. It wasn't god awful like Sky Witch's Academy or any other show that we've seen that has really bad animation. Oh man, this one was one of the more middle ground animations compared to what we have seen.
Picture.
I disagree, but I guess you saw something I didn't. Hey, it's your scores, not mine.
Character development, I gave a 5. No, I'm giving it a 4. There's no development.
Yeah, I'm pretty
It's
sure.
lucky to get a 4.
We're supervillains. We're just gonna randomly be nice and save the world.
I'm pretty sure the only character that gets the tiniest bit of development is the princess, and her development is predictable from the second she's on the screen.
Well, that's not true. King Shark gets development. He says,
he?
"My friends." That's it. He now has friends. He thinks the rest of the Suicide Squad are friends.
Wonderful.
That's the only development we get.
I will not be changing my score.
Neither will I. Soundtrack, I gave a 6. I thought the soundtrack was solid. Is it memorable? The music, no. The moments with the music, mostly Amanda Waller. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
The soundtrack's great, but the music, god awful. I know, but that's just how I heard it in my head for a second. Like, I got what you were putting down.
It's
But
just
like
your-
that's just how my warped mind heard it.
That's fair. World
Call it
building,
warp tour.
I gave a 4, and that's being generous. There's not really much there. They
There
try.
sure is
they
a
fail.
kingdom and an empire. Can they fucking name them
No,
instead of just
it's
the
the-
empire?
Yeah, it's the kingdom and
no.
the empire.
That's what I said. Can they name them? Please, for the love of God.
Those are their names.
What kingdom? What
The.
empire?
The.
Did it strike back?
it
Sure
tried.
did.
Was it the kingdom of Amalur?
Plot, I gave a 4. It was a 5. I bumped it down. Voice acting performance, I gave a 6. There were some voice acting that was good. Some of the characters, voice actors were fine. Joker was not one of them. But for the most part, the voice acting was fine. Art style, I gave a 9. I really did like the art style in this. I thought that was probably the best part of this whole thing.
That is true.
Uniqueness, I gave it a 6, and now I'm hesitating.
I'll tell you that's higher than what I gave it.
Well, here's the thing. We've seen stuff with the Suicide Squad, and we have seen isekais.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we got one that's kind of a blend, like the fact that we got a DC isekai, we see a lot of multiverse stuff, but we don't see a lot of isekais coming out of the DC universe. So I think that's mostly why I gave it a 6. Is like, is it unique and on its own? Kind of. It takes a lot of things that we've seen before and puts it together. The nice twist being that it's also with DC characters going into a fantasy world, which, albeit, we don't really see much of in general. So I think that's where it kind of sits. Recommendation.
In the comics, but yeah, I guess as far as like an animated show.
Yeah, like in like multimedia other than comics.
The last time we saw it was in the last DC anime, which was the Batman anime.
Batman Ninja, which is getting a sequel.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
See, I kind of liked that one.
That was solid.
That one also had dog shit animation, but for much different reasons. Yeah. That was more because they heavily lean into the 3D stuff.
Yeah,
and
it didn't work.
And whereas this one has fight scenes that look like they're drawn by crayon.
Yeah. Recommendation, I give a 5. And even that, I feel like that might be a bit high, but like, is it good? No. Is it a fun watch? Like, is it something to kind of throw on in the background? Yeah. You don't have to really pay much attention to it, but it's something you can throw on in the background and be like, okay.
In fact, you'll probably like it more if you're not paying attention to it.
Yeah, probably. Total for me is 57.
Right on. Frenchie?
Gesundheit.
Yep.
Personal enjoyment, I gave it a 7. Honestly, I didn't dislike the show. Like, I had a lot of problems with it, but I did enjoy watching it, actually. Because the fact, it's still Harley Quinn, because I did enjoy her character enough. And I do enjoy the isekai genre. Mm-hmm. I just didn't like a lot of the characters that they introduced. But Clayface was really good. Deadshot was there.
He was funny.
I did like
he was okay.
Peacemaker. And I don't know. Harley had enough of the quirks that make Harley Quinn who she is that it was enjoyable enough. And I really enjoyed the music, and the art style was really good, even with the soulless black eyes. Animation, I gave a 6. There was some weird 3D animation at times, too, that I did not like. Character development, I gave a 4. Those guys sure are heroes now, but also they're villains. And all of a sudden, the prisoners want to fight for the kingdom after being locked up by the kingdom.
Yep.
We're going to turn over a new leaf and fight for the kingdom against the empire.
Yep.
What's the difference? We don't fucking know.
One is a kingdom
speaking of plot.
and the other is an empire. That's the difference.
One has a queen that's also a demon king that's not an emperor.
Yep. And the other has the Joker, who we don't even fucking know who the Emperor was before that.
Which leads me into world building, which is also a 4. There's some world. It's already pretty built. And they didn't ing on any of it at all. Soundtrack I gave an 8. Amanda Waller dancing really bumped this up. But I also just really like the song in general.
Facts.
I was about to say, there's no fucking way you only gave it an 8 because of Amanda Waller dancing.
I would accept that.
I actually really like the open and close in this show. And the music inside, it's an isekai show. It's got a nice mix of fantasy, but also like urban type music. Mm-hmm. VA performance is a 5. It's there. It sure is some of the voice acting of all time. As much as I hated the Joker, he wasn't as much around, so... art style I gave a 9. Really liked the way everything looked overall, and I thought the design of Harley's getup, really liked how she looked. Mm-hmm. I did not like that she looked the exact same as the princess with no explanation, but sure, okay. The princess of the kingdom.
Yep.
Uniqueness I gave a 6. It's an isekai, and of course those people getting transferred into the isekai are overpowered as shit. Mm-hmm. Recommendability, I gave a 5. If you like isekai and shitty DC character adaptations, you should watch this. But as I don't know many people about that, I'll just give it a 5. total for a 60, and I still feel that's too high.
All right. Wiki?
Personal enjoyment, I gave a 7. Animation, I gave a 6. Character development, I gave a 6. Soundtrack, I gave a 7. World building, I gave a 4. Plot, I gave a 5. Voice acting and performance, I gave a 7. Art style, I gave a 10. Uniqueness, I gave a 6. And recommendation, I gave a 6 for a total of 64.
Cool.
I don't have the highest rating on my own assignment for once.
Is
So
that-
far, I have the lowest rating on my own assignment for once.
All right. Well, for me, personal enjoyment, I gave a 5. There are things that were enjoyable about the show, but I didn't super have a great time going through it. Animation, I gave a 4. I thought it was terrible. Like, just watching the way everything moved was actually the worst part about watching this show.
Yeah.
I'll try to find some clips later to show
Please-
you guys
please do.
what I was seeing, because man, it was awful, dude. It was awful, I thought.
I am curious as to what moment. Like, I guess I wasn't really paying too much attention to like
It-
a
it's
lot of the
not-
like bad animation.
It's
but
not
like,
even just like one scene. Like it's like I said, from the very first scene, I knew it was gonna not be great, just from a guy moving his head and starting to speak. And then like there are fights that kind of got ruined because of the way they were animated. There's just entire scenes where people are moving funny, or their faces just don't look quite right when they're talking, and it's just it made me uncomfortable to look at.
it's bad.
It was pretty bad. Character development, I gave a 4. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like I said, the only one that I felt really changed at all was the princess, and it was very predictable. And as you said, King Shark said friend, and that wasn't enough for me. Soundtrack, I gave an 8. Soundtrack was good, and of course, Amanda Waller dancing. World building, I gave a 4. Plot, I gave a 5. Voice acting, I gave a 5. There were some good characters and some characters that weren't so great. Art style, I gave a 10. In terms of how it was designed, I thought the show was gorgeous. Like, people's outfits were really cool, and like the powers looked really cool. It was just once things started moving, that's what I had. That's where my problems come.
If this show was a still motion, perfect.
Yeah, if it was like a comic or something, it probably would have been. I probably would have liked it more. Uniqueness, I give a 5. It actually was lower, but Crimson, you talked me into giving it some more points because you mentioned just how it's a bunch of shit that we've seen before, but the way it's mixed together, even though we've seen a billion isekais, there's multiple Suicide Squad things, and this isn't even the first DC anime, but I'll give it a 5.
I'll take it.
Uniqueness, though, I gave a 3. I have already told people that this show is bad, so that is the opposite of recommending it to people. So I cannot, in good conscience.
Oh, wait, your recommendation is 3?
Yeah.
You said uniqueness.
No, uniqueness was 5.
Okay, I thought you said uniqueness again. You gave it 3. I was like, wait.
I didn't think I did, but if I did, I meant recommendability.
Okay.
Yeah, recommendability is a 3. I've already told people that's bad.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
the only time I could imagine telling somebody to check it out is if somebody came to me and they were like, yo, I love the Suicide Squad, and I saw that this show exists. Should I watch it? Then I would at least say, maybe, if you really want to. But
Watch it at your own discretion.
yeah, so my total is 53. I guess like there is maybe a problem on my end where I really don't like the Suicide Squad.
That's
Just
fair.
as like a whole, and I'm really not like even a Harley Quinn fan or anything, and for most people I feel like whether or not they like Suicide Squad going in, Harley Quinn is kind of a deciding factor.
Yeah.
And it's just not that way for me, I guess. But I don't know.
That's fair. Well, that brings our average to a 59.
Cool.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm comfortable with it having that.
Same.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. If you have opinions at all about this show, feel free to reach out to us and let us know about them. And until then, we'll catch you guys. And next time we catch you, we'll let you know about all the Nerdvember stuff.
And the anime assignment is The Great Cleric.
The Great Cleric.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Weekly Weebs podcast.
We'll be back next week with more exciting anime talk.
Make sure to join us every show to stay up to date with what's going on in the world of anime. We'll catch you next time.